Jeeves, I'll visit Mary weekly, if I may.
You'll be welcome, sir, I'm certain.
Then, good day, sirs.
Well, Jesus, my lord, now that you have the money, what do you plan for me?
Normality, as far as is possible.
So, he will be like us.
Is something wrong, Mr. Goff, with us?
How long is as long as I'd like?
Well, you may stay for life. The funds exist.
I've been reading this. It's about homes for the blind. I should like to go to one where I have to move.
But you do not have to move, and you are not blind.
I'd prefer when no one would stare at me.
No one will bother you here.
Ah, certainly not. I have given instructions.
I tell ya.
God almighty! Mr. Treves? Mr. Gone?
You were told not to do this. I don't understand. You must not lurk about. Surely you have work?
Yes, sir.
Well, it is infuriating. When you are told a thing, you must listen. I will not have you gaping in on my patience. Kindly remember that.
Isn't patient, sir, is he?
Do not let me find you here again.
Didn't know you were here, sir. Are we off now?
No, Will. Mr. Treves was precisely saying no one would intrude when you intruded.
He is warned now. Merrick does not like it.
Well, he was warned before. On what penalty, Will?
That he sacked me, sir.
You are sacked. You, his friend, you work here.
Started last week, sir.
Well, I hope the point is taken now.
Mr. Gone. I ain't truly sacked, am I?
You are truly sacked. You will never be more truly sacked.
That's not me. My wife, she ain't well. And my sister, I've got to take care of our kids. And of her.
We'll think of them first, next time.
Ain't as if anything of his medicine.
That's exactly what it is. Now you may go.
You just keep one of him to look at in private. That's sure, isn't it?
There are priorities, Frederick. The first is discipline. Smooth is the passage to the tight ship's master. Medic, you are safe from trying now.
Have we nothing to say, John?
If all who stared at me had been sacked, there'd be whole towns out of work.
I meant, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We do always remember our pleas and thank yous, don't we, John?
Yes, sir.
If we want to properly be like others.
Yes, sir. I do want to.
Yes, then it is for our own good, is it not?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Gone.
Sir, you are welcome.
You are happy aren't you, John?
Yes.
The baths will rid you of the odour, have they not?
It's the first chance I've had to bathe regularly.
And Brumil today brought to your room?
Yes, sir.
This is your promised land, is it not? A roof, food, protection, care, is it not?
Right, Mr. Street.
I'll bet you don't know what to call this, do you?
No, sir, I don't.
Call it home, John.
I had a home before.
Yes, well you have one now. Go ahead, say it, John. Home.
Home?
No, really say it. I have a home. This is my... Go on.
I have a home. This is my home. I have a home for as long as I like.
That is what home is.
That is what is home.
And if I abide by the rules, I will be happy.
Yes, sir.
Don't be shy.
If I abide by the rules, I'll be happy.
Very good. Why?
What?
Will you be happy?
Because this is my home.
No. Why do rules make us happy?
I don't know.
Of course you do.
No, I really, I don't.
Why does anything make you happy?
So, like what?
Don't be upset. Rules make us happy because they are for our own good.
Okay.
Don't be shy, John, you can say it.
This is my home.
No. About rules making you happy.
They make us happy because they're for our own good.
Excellent. Now, I'm submitting a follow-up paper on you, John, to the London Pathological Society. It would help if you could tell me what you recall about your first years to fill in the gaps.
To fill in the gaps. It was the workhouse where they put me. They put you there like a drum. Boom. Scrape the floors. Trying the pans. Boom. It never ends. The floors, they're always dirty. And the pans, they're always tarnished. And there's nothing you can do about it. They'll just attack you anyway. The children. Will his children go to the workhouse?
What children?
The children. That man, he's sacked.
Of necessity, we'll find other employment. You don't want crowds staring at you, do you?
No.
In your own home, you do not have to have crowds staring at you. Or anyone. Do you, John? In your home?
No.
And Mr. Gong was merciful. You yourself are proof of that, is it not, sir? Well, is it not, sir?
If your mercy is so cruel, then what have you for justice?
I'm sorry. That is just the way things are. seen photographs of John Merrick, Mrs. Kendall. You are acquainted with his appearance.
He reminds me of an audience I played Cleopatra for in Brighton once. All grim-headed and grimacing, utterly unable to clap.
Yes, well, my aim for him is to lead him to as normal a life as is possible. His terror of us all comes from having been held at arm's length from society. I'm determined that shall end. For example, he loves to meet people and to converse, and I'm determined he shall. For example, he had never seen the inside of any normal home before. I had him to mine, and what a reward, Mrs. Kendall. His astonishment, his joy, the most ordinary of things. Most critical, I feel, however, are women. You see, I'll explain. They have always shown the greatest fear and loathing of him. While he adores them, of course.
He is intelligent.
I am convinced they are the key to retrieving him from his exclusion. I must warn you, however, women are not quite real to him, you see, more creatures of his imagination.
Well, he is already like other men, Mr. Trees.
I thought an actress could help. I mean, unlike most women, you won't give in. You are trained to hide your true feelings and assume others.
You mean unlike most women I'm famous for it? That really is all.
Yes, well. In any case, if you could enter the room, smile and wish him good morning, and when you leave, shake his hand. The left one is usable and really quite beautiful. And say, I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick.
Yes, shall we try it? Left hand out, please. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. No. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. No. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. No. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. Yes, that one.
By God, Mrs. Kendall, they're all splendid. Merrick will be so pleased. It'll be the day he becomes a man like other men.
Speaking of that, Mr. Trees.
Frederick, please.
Freddie, may I commit an indiscretion?
Yes.
Well, I couldn't help but notice from the photographs of the unafflicted parts. Oh, how should I put this?
Oh, I see. I quite know. I understand. No, it's all quite normal.
I thought as much.
Medically speaking, you see the papillomatous extrusions which disfigure him seem to correspond quite regularly to the osseous deformities. That is, that there is a link between the skin growths and the bone disorder, though for the life of me I've not discovered what it is or why it is, but in any case that part is therefore unlikely to be afflicted because, well, there's no bone in it. Not at all, I mean,
Well, learn a little every day, don't we?
I am horribly embarrassed.
Are you? Then he must be very lonely indeed.
To make a model, you see. John, my boy, this is Mrs. Kendall. She would very much like to make your acquaintance.
Good morning, Mr. Merrick.
I will see to a few matters. I will be back soon.
I planned so many things to say. I've forgotten them all. You're just so beautiful.
How charming, Mr. Merrick.
Well, actually, That is what I planned to say. Just I forgot what I planned to say. Just couldn't think of anything else. I was so excited.
Real charm is always planned, don't you think?
Well, I don't know why I look like this, Mrs. Kendall. My mother, she was so beautiful. She was knocked down by an elephant in the circus when she was pregnant. Something must have happened, don't you think?
May well have.
Yes, it may well have. But sometimes I think that my head, it's so big because it's so full of dreams. Because it is. Do you know what happens when dreams can't get out?
I know.
Me neither. Something must. So, you are a famous actress.
I am not a gnome.
So you must display yourself for a living then, like I do.
That is not myself, Mr. Merrick. That is an illusion. This is myself.
This is myself too.
Frederick says you like to read, so books.
Yes. I'm reading Romeo and Juliet right now.
Oh, Juliet. What a love story. I adore love stories.
I like love stories best too. If I had been Romeo, guess what?
What?
I would not have held the mirror to her breast.
You mean the scene where Juliet appears to be dead and he holds the mirror to her breath and sees...
No, nothing. How must it feel when he kills himself just because he sees nothing?
Well, my experience of playing Juliet has been, particularly with an actor I shall not name, but while I'm laying there dead, and he is lamenting excessively, I get to thinking that if this slab of ham does not shift from the hammock of his life too sweet, then I shall scream, pop off the tomb and plunge a dagger into his scene-stealing heart. Romeos are very undependable.
That's because he does not care for Juliet.
Not care?
Does he check her pulse? Does he get a doctor? Does he make sure? No. He just kills himself. The illusion, it fools him because he does not care for her. He just cares for himself. If I had been Romeo, we would have gotten away.
And there will be no play, Mr. Merrick.
But if he doesn't love her, then where should there be a play? Killing himself because he sees nothing. That's not love, it's just an illusion. And when that illusion ended, he had to kill himself.
Why, that is extraordinary.
Before I spoke with people, Mrs. Stenzel, I didn't bother to think these things because, well, there was no one to bother to think them for. But these days, things just come out of my mouth, which is true.
You are famous, John! We're in the papers. Look! They have written up my report to the Pathological Society on you. It is a kind of hypothesis for you, look.
Frederick, I believe Mr. Merrick would benefit by even more good company than you provide. In fact, by being acquainted with the very best, and me with him. I shall make it my task if you shall permit. As you know, I'm a friend of nearly everyone. I do pretty well as I please, and what pleases me is this task, I think.
My God, Mrs. Kendall, you are splendid.
Mr. Merrick, I must go now, but I should like to return, if I may, so that we may, without delay, teach you about society. I should very much like to bring my good friend Dorothy Lady Neville. She would be very pleased to make her acquaintance. Let me tell her yes. And until next time, I am sure your church model will surprise us all, Mr. Merrick. It's been a very great pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Your hand, John. She wishes to shake your hand.
Thank you for coming.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you.
What a wonderful success. Do you know he's never shaken a woman's hand before?
Christmas, Mr. Merrick.
Thank you, sir.
I am pleased to have made your acquaintance.
Here's a silver top walking stick, Merrick. Make you a regular Piccadilly exquisite. Keep up the good work. Self-help is the best help. Example to us all.
Thank you, Lord John.
Very pleased I've made your acquaintance.
Her Royal Highness, Princess Alexandra.
The happiest of Christmases, Mr. Merrick.
Her Royal Highness brought you a signed photograph of herself.
Thank you, Your Highness. It's the treasure of my possessions. I have written to His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, to thank him for the pheasants and the woodcocks that he sent.
You are a credit to Mr. Treves, Mr. Merrick. Mr. Treves, you are a credit to medicine, to England, and to Christendom. I am so very pleased to have made your acquaintance.
Oh, good news, John. Bertie says we may use the royal box whenever I like. Mrs. Campbell, she says it provides a unique perspective. Oh, for Christmas, ivory handled razors and toothbrush.
Ah, and a cigarette case, my boy. Full of cigarettes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and look, Freddie. Sketches of St. Philip's.
They're remarkable, I know.
And to do them with just one hand, they'll say.
You are an artist, John Merrick. An artist.
See, I haven't begun to build yet. And not until I saw what St. Philip's is really like. You see, it's not all stone and steel and glass. It's an imitation of grace, rising up from the mud. And so, I shall make my imitation of an imitation. But even in that, shall be heaven to me, Mrs. Campbell.
I thought it's got a good line, John. Plato believed this was all a world of illusion, and that artists create illusions of heaven.
So, we are all just copies of originals.
Yes, that's it.
But who made those copies?
God, the demiurge.
He should have used both hands, don't you think?
Where are those toilet outfits? Tell me. It's much too deformed to use any of them.
They are props, of course, to make himself as I make me.
You. Think of yourself.
Well, he is gentle, almost feminine. A serious artist in his own way, cheerful and honest within limits. Almost like me.
He is religious and devout. He knows salvation must radiate to us, or all is lost, which it's certainly not.
He seems practical, like me. He's seen enough of daily evil to be thankful for small goods that come his way. He knows which side his bread is buttered on, and counts his blessings, like me.
I can speak with him of anything, for I know he is discreet, like me.
How odd. I think him curious, compassionate, concerned about the world. Well, rather like myself. Freddie Treves, 1889 AD.
He is rather odd and, well, helpless not to show the struggling. He's almost like me.
He knows I use him to raise funds for the London. I'm certain of it. He understands I'd be derelict if I didn't. He is wary of any promise, yet he fits in well, like me.
I, as a seminarist, had many of the same doubts. Struggle as he does, and hope they may be overcome.
When my husband, His Royal Highness Edward Prince of Wales, asked Dr. Treves to be his personal assistant, he said, "Dear Freddie, if you can put up with this elephant blow, you can surely put up with me."
See him out of fashion, Freddie, as he sees me. Social contact is critical. By the way, ignore the bloody papers. It's all lies.
Merrick visibly worse than 86 to 87. But as he rises higher in the constellations of society, he grows visibly more grotesque as proof definitive he is like me. Like his condition, which I can make no sense of. Neither can I make sense of mine.